Sherry.
Yeah. Okay, so actually just two very quick things. A, are you saying in fact the best image is the one not taken? B, would there have been a Rocky War had no journalist shown up?
He has not said that. That was something I suggested to him. That is not his. He would not say that we should not make images. No? Die fragt sie dich, ob du da meinst, dass man keine Bilder hätte vom Iraqi War nehmen sollen. Und wenn man keine Bilder hat, gäbe es dann diesen Krieg überhaupt? Gibt es einen Krieg, gibt es ein Event without images?
Without images. But there is no event, whatever, without images today. It's even, we can say it's a precession of images on the event. We can imagine that there is images without event. It's already the case. It's often the case. Maybe there is not possible that anything happens without representation. Without representation, it's nothing. It has no signification. It's I will say. The question is not that is any war happens, it happens a war or it doesn't happen. The question is at this event, a sense, a signification, can it be represented or not? That's the question. The question of whether any reality exists outside of our look, our eyes, our world, if something something like this happens, we don't know about that. It doesn't exist. It has no existence. As for existing, in order to exist, maybe either represented or mediatized or something like that. We could think metaphysically think about a reality out of our reach, of our judgment, but it's useless. Why? We cannot deal with that. We can only deal with refracted events, and today refracted not in our imagination, not in our mind, but refracted on the screens. There are overall screens, and things happens only on screens. On a way, in the other way, I don't know, but it's other screen, and there is a mutation from a stage of a mirror, that was a stage of representation, to the stage of screen, our stage, yeah. But it's no more a stage of representation. It's a pure reflection on a superficial dimension. And we are, we become respectively screens too. We are screens, interactive screens with the medium.
Sonja, last one, please.
I just have a question. The first one is when you're talking about silent majority, it would entail that somehow in the way that they consume the image become homogeneous. That is the first question. And the second question is that, for example, through the computer, they have some elements where protests happen against the war. The free trade protest that was up here in the U.S. It happened precisely through the organization of the internet. At least the internet, the exchange of the internet was the medium that they used to make possible those protests.
Mm-hmm.
De la deuxième question, on part de la deuxième parce qu'elle dit, en effet, l'Internet, par exemple en Amérique, a offert à des citoyens, à la majorité silencieuse, la possibilité de protester contre la guerre en Irak. Donc, d'une certaine façon, c'est un médium positif, au moins à ce niveau-là. Et la première question was about English, but I didn't hear it. Did you catch it, Wolfgang?
Why don't you ask her again?
She can ask in French.
Sorry, why don't you ask her?
Why don't you ask it in French? Okay, that's a good question. Sonja.
Mais la question que je voudrais faire, c'est que quand vous pensez au sujet de la majorité silencieuse, il y a une manière de dire qu'il y a une homogénéisation dans la manière qui font l'interprétation au sujet de l'image comment on dit
You mean if silent majorities have an interpretation of the images they receive? Je ne sais pas exactement. C'est difficile.
Elle dit que si vous pensez que la majorité silencieuse consomme les images de façon à devenir homogène. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alors que l'image sert à précipiter cette consommation vers l'homogénéité.
Yeah, there is, of course, a collusion between the massification, as the becoming mass of people, and the becoming image of the event, of the reality. There is a transaction between both, of course. There is no difference between mass age and message, as said Muhlmann. The transit of images, of messages, of signs, of all that. That's a very structure of silent majorities, maybe of masses and of globality, because the first form of globalization, that was the massification, the becoming mass of people, and that has begun before from the 19th century maybe. There are already it become a massification of objects, a massification of science, a massification of people, not only silent majorities. There are masses of and in the becoming mass is when a sign responds to a sign without transit through signification. When it's a direct contamination from a sign to a sign, direct contamination from an individual to an individual. This is metastasis. This is direct contamination, and from this point there is a mass. And a mass, it needs not many people, millions of people. No. Today, the individual is mass. It's a micro mass, but it is mass.